Hi family, how are you? Welcome to day 12 of accountability. It is I, the chemist. This is where it comes from. So, to close the loop, I'm feeling less homicidal. He's still alive, and I'll keep it that way for now. I figured if he's dead and I'm in jail, there won't be anyone around to take care of the kids. So yeah, that's what I decided. So day 12, you guys, I am so proud of myself. Do you know how hard it is to do something consistently for 12 days? What are we gonna be looking like at day 30, day 60, day 90? I'm so excited. Okay, so so this is my hair. This is what it's looking like. I haven't put anything in it yet. Yes. So I think the weather is getting to me because I actually itched it twice today. Or maybe it was just a stress marker. You never know. But I actually went in there 2 times today and I was a little shook. I said, what do you do? But yes, anyway. So this is what my hair looks like. Feels pretty good still. Yes, feels really strong. We're doing great. So I actually wanted to talk to you guys today. We are going to continue our conversation on synergy. So remember, we have in here our cucumber water, okra water, infused cucumber water, with our 5 drops of peppermint oil. And remember, we were saying that by themselves individually, they do great things for the hair because they have amino acids, proteins, vitamins, folic acid, potassium, magnesium, all that good stuff to help your hair grow and be strong. And then together, the synergy is synergizing, okay? Because individually they're great, but together they're united. Yes. So the third quadrant of the synergy that we're talking about today is going to be focused on the oils, okay? So what led to me using the peppermint oil, right? Because there's so many different types of essential oils that you can use that are favorable for continued hair growth and hair strength, right? So what are some oils that we know of? Well, we know of rosemary oil. She's out here working. If you have any scalp issues, talk to your girl Rosemary, because she be whipping it all into shape, okay? So rosemary oil is incredible for your scalp. It stimulates growth, right? It also helps with the circulation, even if we didn't do the massaging, which always recommend. It has antimicrobial features. It helps treat scalp issues like dandruff, and it also increases follicle strength, right? So when you take that and you add it to the benefits of the okra water plus cucumber, magic is happening. So then we have that, and then the oil that I'm currently using, the peppermint oil, doing the same exact thing as the rosemary oil. The only difference really is the cooling sensation, the tingling. I like the tingling. It's like melting away a bad day, you know? So that's why I personally prefer using peppermint oil. Rosemary oil, she's straight up there. Peppermint oil, she's a soldier too, doing the same exact thing as rose. So the third one is lavender oil. Lavender oil comes with the additional benefit of the aroma. It's like, I don't know, how would you describe the smell of lavender? It's such a good smell. So yeah, that's really it. So it has all the same benefits as rosemary oil, but it smells really good, right? And it calms you and it calms your scalp. If you're calm, then your hair isn't stressed and your hair will grow. And then the one of the fourth ones, there's so many, right? So number 4, tea tree oil. Tea tree oil is incredible in terms of its antifungal features. So if you have like, I actually used it maybe 2.5 years ago on my daughter's hair. She came down with the strangest scalp, I don't know what to call it. When we took her to the doctor, they said she had ringworm, but this thing took her whole head, and it started insidious, right? It's just this one sideburn, because she has sideburns like I do. No hair, zero, nothing, bald like the skin, and then it just slowly like traveled to patches of her head, and I would look at it like, what in the world? So I had to cut off all her hair because I had to see the extent of the damage. Cut off all her hair, and me and Tea Tree were hanging for a year straight. Like, my daughter was sick of me because that's how much I was using it. So of course, we're not going to use any of these things concentrated. It's a heavy irritant to the skin. The skin doesn't like it. So we always dilute it in a carrier oil, you know, like coconut oil or castor oil, some other oil of your choice, almond, perhaps mustard oil. There are so many options to go with. So that's what we did for her. So then, back to rosemary. Double check me. Please fact check me. But rosemary oil, in all its amazingness, it's not recommended for pregnant women. It is not recommended for pregnant women. Now, it doesn't differentiate between topical use, which is what we're doing, versus oral consumption. My theory is that it's oral consumption. So if you're consuming it, it actually causes uterine contractions. Uterine contractions. What are uterine contractions? If you were pregnant and you can't be giving birth quite yet, don't do the rosemary by mouth, because she will trigger your labor and that baby will be popping out a little sooner than anticipated. So rosemary, I assume by mouth, but you never know. Not recommended if you're pregnant because it causes uterine contractions and can cause you to go into labor. So something to know. So peppermint oil, always a safe alternative, and it comes with the added cooling sensation of joy and happiness, which I personally like, which is why I chose that over any other oil. So always check yourself for allergies. Do a spot check, usually on the inside of the elbow, because the skin in there is the most sensitive. So you'll know right away if there's any redness, tingling, itching. I know at work, I'm actually allergic to the gloves that we use in our sterile compound because my whole wrist, the entirety, especially on the inside where the skin is more sensitive, red, itchy, irritating. But I guess we're doing cost-saving initiatives, and we don't care for the safety of the people using the gloves. So yeah, always do an allergy check. Make sure that you are okay and receptive to the product before putting it on a larger area, especially on your scalp, because your hair is going to mask any more visual reactions. So that's why you do a spot check on your skin on the inside of your elbow. Bop, bop. Give it 24 hours. If nothing's happening, then you're good to go. Also, allergies can develop at any time, at any point. It's just whenever your body reaches a breaking point. So if at any point you're like, you know, we used to be cool, but we're not cool anymore, done, okay? So always listen to your body. Always listen to your body. Always do whatever it says, because it's never gonna lead you astray, okay? Good. So, the second thing, which we already said, dilute your oil. Never just apply it straight, and mine is diluted in my bottle. And then It also says that overuse may cause your skin to dry. It doesn't really specify what it considers overusing, but I suppose that 5 drops in a giant bottle wouldn't constitute as overusing. So far, if my hair is dry, it's because it's winter and it needs more moisture. Not because of 5 drops of peppermint oil, but I could also, you know, be coming up with reasons why. You never know. So yes, oils. Rosemary oil. Great. Stimulates growth, increases circulation, has antimicrobial features, helps with dandruff, also helps with follicle, strengthens your follicles. Caution if you're pregnant, double check with your doctor, whomever. Make sure that it's okay to use, most especially orally, if you are in the earlier stages of pregnancy. Peppermint oil does exactly the same thing as the rosemary oil. Only difference is the cooling sensation. It's like menthol. I like it on my scalp. That's why I use it. Lavender oil, same thing as the first 2. The only difference is that it smells like God loves us. And it's really soothing and relaxing. And tea tree oil, she has more cooling sensation, at least in my opinion, than the peppermint oil. Amazing antifungal features. So if you had a fungus trying to hang out, send her to Auntie Tea Tree. Handle that. It reduces inflammation and unclogs the follicles, right? So the other oils strengthen the follicles. Tea tree oil unclogs the follicles. So if there's something happening in there, go for it. And you can probably do all, maybe a few drops, 1 or 2 of each, just to have that added synergistic bonus, because that's our word for this Healed Crown series, synergy. So what are some other synergistic things that we do to help us on our hair growth journey as we continue being consistent? It's day 12 and we're looking good. I did all my Christmas shopping, and by Christmas shopping I mean food, what we're gonna eat. That's it. That's what caused me to start so late today. Just got home. I said, let me do this, get it out of the way, and then I'm gonna eat and crash. So it was a good day. The market was not as aggressive as I thought it would be, but it's also the 23rd, so we still got one more day to let the true chaos reign. All right, I think we're set here. Looks good, looks nice, beautiful, healthy, moisturized, beautiful. Yes, I am. Next time.